Okay, now normally when we start the class formally, remind me to start recording. Okay, formal classes. Just for the feedback, so it's fine. But when you know that the teacher has started the class course, mainly the course. Okay, so that is non-agriculture. So one is agriculture, and next one is non-agriculture. So now, what is the difference between agriculture and non-agriculture now?
Sir, agriculture is related to rearing animals, planting and growing, and non-agriculture is related to things that are not uh, like pottery, a businessman, and then
Yeah,
craft,
not concerned
handicraft,
with farming or agriculture,
like
right?
that.
So if they're not concerned with any farming or agriculture, then that is non-agriculture. So it's not like you're working in the farm for this. So that is non-agriculture. So that's the main thing you have to understand. And the difference here, you can just see the same thing: definition of agriculture and definition of non-agriculture. The same thing that we did right now. Okay. So now, types of occupation in Nepal. So in case of Nepal, based on that agriculture and non-agriculture, we have traditional and non-traditional. So I'm sorry for this year. There has to be types of traditional occupation. Is that clear? Types of traditional occupation. Based on traditional occupation, it can be either agricultural or non-agriculture. In modern, you don't only see agriculture and non-agriculture. There are little more. They're all technology based. More things are different nowadays, isn't it? So, but in case of traditional occupations, we have either agriculture or non-agriculture. Those which started from long time before. That's traditional. Okay, either they were agriculture or they're non-agriculture. So in agriculture, some of the groups have already presented, and some groups are still presenting in non-agriculture still. Now, you guys are going to show the same thing. So in agriculture, we had farming, animal husbandry, horticulture, fishery, floriculture, and apiculture. And same way in non-agriculture, we had handicraft and pottery. So these were the different topics given to you. So did you exactly understand how that is under agriculture? The group topics which you are doing right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, but I don't know the meaning of horticulture, floriculture, and apiculture, sir.
Okay, we'll come to that. Your groups are also presented.
I
Floriculture
know, sir.
means
I know. I
growing
can tell to
flowers.
Aaron. I can tell to Aaron. I just need his number.
No, we'll come to that. Don't worry. It's not that you have to tell him. These topics that you have, we'll discuss in the class itself. Okay, now, so in agriculture, we already have that. So in agriculture, now we have first one as farming. So you can see these people doing the farming over here. The people have already presented as well. Okay, login, we'll have a revision at the end. So there are people farming. We don't need so much in detail. So they're farming the land, cultivating plants. So different ways. And next to a fishery, you can see them catching fish, breeding a fish, taking care of the fish in fishery. So this is next agricultural occupation. Same way, animal husbandry. You can see them with the cows, different. Okay, pigs over here. Uh, there are goat over here. Different animal husbandry, rating of the animals. So one of the group has already also presented. In floriculture, you can see they're all working for the flowers. That's why I'm showing you the pictures so you'll easily remember at least the meanings. So you can see in floriculture they are looking after the flowers, cultivating them, more or less they are uh, cultivating those flowers in floriculture. Now in horticulture, more or less it's linked with the vegetables and different other things. So you can see the vegetables, tomato, different vegetables and different plants being grown in case of horticulture. And in apiculture, can you see this? What is this? What is this?
Bees.
Now, do you eat honey?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So now
sir.
you know what is apiculture to some extent. It's all about
No, sir.
looking after those honey and like getting the like looking after those bees and this raiding of those bees and getting honey. All these are part of like apiculture. one of the group has been presenting and they'll still present, okay, and then you'll still get it clarified more and more, and still if it's not clear, then we will continue for the clarification. And now next one is in handicraft. You can see different handicrafts, so that's also traditional occupation. In my presentation I showed you minimum what is required for the book level for now, okay. However, you were told to do in-depth research in the book. Only those terms are important for now, okay. Those will be coming later on also, but right now at the moment you are just you have to just be aware what does that term mean and what is the meaning of that. Later on we'll again study that in detail, and you also did little more detailed research, but afterwards the course is more and more in detail for the same topics, and that's what OBT is all about also. One of the reason, okay, not this whole, but all these things are also there. Now in pottery is now, so in handicraft, is this agriculture or non-agriculture?
Sir, non-agriculture.
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 Yeah, finally handicraft and pottery. You can see one of the group also presented, I think. I've been keeping you the videos of grade 6 Vega also, so you can see their presentation and learn. And similarly your videos will be also more or less recorded and kept, so you can revise and see it again even if you miss the class at times. That's why I've been keeping the revise that and do the question answers accordingly looking at the videos there. I've uploaded most of the videos already, okay, so that you can revise looking at that, and still you don't understand, then you can ask in the class. Now, so what are the things that's available in your house based on agriculture? Right now, if you remember, because you have to know what's happening in the surroundings, so you can exactly identify and just make some connections. If in your house, what do you think are the things you have right now in the house within this week?
Sir,
based on
I do not have
Farming.
anything related to agriculture in my house, but yes, in my apartment there are some gardening tools, and there is a axe, and there is
Okay,
Sir, in our house also there is some only farming tools.
okay, okay. Others?
Sir, some farming tools and some
Farming
No,
plants.
one at just wait. Okay, one at a time. Raise your hand. I'll pick up one at a time. Okay, Suna Sikha.
Yes, sir.
What are
Sir,
what? Yes.
some farming tools and plants.
Okay. Okay. Based on agriculture, so
Sir,
that
I
you
also
have.
saw in plants.
Okay. So don't you have fish to eat in the fridge? Isn't that apart from agriculture occupation? Don't you have meat? All these are more or less also connected with agriculture items, right? Goods and things that was produced from them. Okay. Any more now? Now let me now tell me what are the goods and items that is in your house that was produced from agriculture? Other things?
Sir, I have honey,
Okay.
Sir, I also
and
have honey. I
Sir,
have some
honey,
grains.
wheat.
yes, sir, honey and grains. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Honey, grains, vegetables,
Pulses,
vegetables, fruits,
Yeah, and
vegetables.
fruits, and
fruits.
fruits also.
Those are all based on agricultural production. Aren't they
Sir,
product
even wool. Sir, even wool.
wool? Wool? Okay. So that's so did you so that's all the items. So this was just one activity for you to recall what is there. Okay. Now, what are the things, good or things that is available in your house or made of wood, mud, lokta paper, anything? What do you think do you have in your house? So this is just to identify non-agricultural.
Sir, I have a sketchbook.
Okay, sketchbook.
And
Others?
I
sir,
have.
sir, is wooden door counted? Sir,
Yes.
will wooden door count?
Yeah, we
Wooden
can
door.
count that also then.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
I have wooden door.
Sir, then I have even. I also have one wooden door. A lot of them.
Please see around.
Wooden door.
No, I've not told
I
you to
have
collect
5
it and
wooden
come. Okay,
doors.
I could have even told you to collect, but when you start collecting, then the things get here and there. And for all topics, we can't do that also, right? Just at least
But
see
sir,
around and let me know.
Okay.
Okay, write it in the chat box. All of those have been recorded. Okay, for those who are not telling by mouth, you can write it in the chat box. But I prefer at least telling by mouth also while they are all writing, because some of them are not sharing. I want you to be at least writing because there might be too many sharing going on. But
Sir, I have
yes, Anya,
I have pots.
you have
Pots.
pots. Okay. So you can see this, those are all non-agricultural items. You are in Bhaktapur area, and then you can see many potteries going on in Bhaktapur that's famous for, and you might be having those items also. Okay. Okay. Now, did you understand now what is agricultural and non-agricultural to some extent? Yes, right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now next things, what are the types of people living in your community following non-agriculture occupation? Who are, do you think, following that non-agricultural occupation in your community right now? I told already, more or less, Bhaktapur area might be having because they were really famous for that earlier. Now the time has changed because of urbanization, so many things. Now it's all getting more and more modern these days. Okay, uh, with the highway over there, it has developed a lot.
Sir, there is only modern occupations nearby our community, nearby our area. I don't know if there is any non-agricultural
Okay.
occupation people following.
So far, you have not been observing that. Then okay, that's. I just wanted to ask you just to make sure that you are aware of what is happening in the society. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
in my neighborhood, we get mud pots
okay, yes. So
for
those people
plants.
are they are they making that themselves nearby?
Yes, sir, they make by their hand only.
Yes, that's what exactly I wanted to ask. So which area are you living right now exactly in Bhaktapur?
Sir, Balkumari. I live in Balkumari.
Around Balkumari area. Okay. So it doesn't have to be Bhaktapur. So you can see it around that area as well. More or less, I just assume most of there might be
Sir,
some.
I only know the agricultural one, not the non-agricultural.
Okay, yes, it was just these questions were given, so it is little challenging also. Okay, we have to make it little challenging for you to think, not go back to grade one and ask questions also. We have to make you think little more at a higher level. That's why I asked this question directly. Okay, now because teacher is trying to clarify most of the things that are difficult for you also, and just that based on that activity. Now, we will go with the presentation of which whoever have not finished. Let's do the presentation. Please get ready.
Sir, I am already ready of Group B.
Okay.
Sir, the time is already up.
No, time is
Yes,
not
sir.
up. Okay, who is saying time up? Can you see the time is
Oh,
8:34?
oh.
1 minute is important.
Sir,
1 minute.
Sir,
Okay. If
yes,
we
sir.
waste 1 minute in
Sir,
3 days,
6 minutes left, sir.
cost. Okay. So there's so much time left, and you say time is up. Only when it's 1 minute left, till it's time up. Okay. If
sir,
not,
Group B is ready.
okay, please present it. Whichever group goes first, just present it. Okay, but you cannot keep others waiting. And okay, thank you so much, Jayas. Okay, this is wonderful. Without delay, if you present that way, it
Sukhi,
I'm happy. Okay.
Sukhi, start.
Horticulture, horticulture and apiculture. Group C. Sukhi, Pushpa, Josh, Aaron, Shubhi.
Pushpa, Pushpa, you read now.
Okay.
Pushpa,
To explore the relationship between occupation and training to acquire information on national level, technical education and training institute are their program to use source that provides employment relative information occupation help to earn money to earn live livelihood.
whose turn is it? Aaron, 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 Aaron.
Yes. My
Start
internet
reading.
is
It's your
slow.
turn.
Okay. Okay. Horticulture is the art of cultivating plants in garden to produce food and medicinal ingredients or for comfort and ornamental purposes. Horticulturists are agriculturists who grow flowers, fruits and nuts, vegetables and herbs, as well as ornamental trees and lawns.
Aaron,
Horticulture, the branch of plant agriculture dealing with garden crops, generally fruits, vegetables, and ornamental parts.
now turn off Shubhi.
Change the slide. No?
Beekeeping or apiculture is the maintenance of bee colonies, commonly in man-made hives by humans. Most such bees are honeybees in genus Apis, but other honey-producing bees such as Melipona stingless bees are also kept. A location where bees are kept is called apiary or beeyard.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Next group, 2 minutes is more than enough for presentation. If it does not like
Sir,
use
Group D, can I go?
this immediately, because I told you 1 minute is very important. Okay, for us.
So can you see it?
Yes, thank you so much.
Handicraft by Group D. Sunashika Thakur, Arut Saud, Bidan Shrestha, Manas Basukala, Ridham Muharjan. Bidan, it's your turn. Can you read it?
Handicraft are decorative objects made by hand or simple tools like carving materials. Handcraft can be craft on paper, wood, metal, cardboard, etc. Some types of handcraft are stonework, metalwork, pottery, painting.
Manas, Manas,
Some names of handicrafts are Mithila art, Indian art, Kurala art, and Rajasthani art.
Arus, can you read it out?
Mithila art. Mithila painting is a style of Mithili painting practiced in the Mithilas region of the Indian subcontinent. This painting is done with a variety of tools including finger twigs, brush, nib pens, and matchsticks, and using natural dyes and pigments.
Rhythm, can you read it? Rhythm, it's your turn.
Rhythm is not there in the class.
Okay. Tibetan art uniquely is an art that uses figuration and represental images to express abstraction, moreover, especially through its use of mandalas. Tibetan art is an integral part of a spiritual practice and progress. Bidan, again, it's your turn.
Kurla art. Bandra, also known as Mathura as Vendika, is an upscale coastal suburb. The port just in Fort Case, Mandhra, Kurla, Mazgon, and four other. It was created by Ranjit Dohiya from the Bollywood Art Project and other artists.
Manas, can you read it?
Raj- Rajasthani art. Rajasthani paintings are characterized by bold lines, fine detailing, use of fine brush strokes, and use of bright color, which attracts the attention of every onlooker. Successfully look this up. These paintings are adorned worldwide.
Now I'm gonna show you some pictures of the following arts: metal art, Tibetan art, quill art, Rajasthani art. Thank you.
So we'll end up with this for today, and next other groups will just present when we have time, if possible, in the next week. Okay, if there is any group still left. But thank you. It's already late. Let me stop this right now immediately. And please be there in the remedial today
Nice.
for
Ma'am was
yeah.
joined.